Hello, everyone, to the last stream of the year. There's still zero people here, but of course, I'll always talk to YouTube. There's somebody here right now. Um, Hi. This one I said that there was nobody. Um, yeah, hello. Welcome to the last stream of the year. Today, as you can see in the title, we're going to be talking all things my Spotify Wrapped. And as an artist, because I'm an artist, hello, I make music. I posted it like a week ago or so, and right now we're going to be talking about all things my Spotify Wrapped as a listener, as a fan, and I'm going to be talking, of course, about this year's Wrapped, also 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. The top artists, top songs, and why those songs are there, and the amount of minutes listened, and why I listen to more or less music. So I have to get this thing ready. So if you can hang off for maybe just a minute or two while I get stuff ready, so I can show you the pictures of all of these wraps and stuff. So let's go ahead. I think I have all of them in Google Photos, so I'm not going to be showing you because I don't want to like entire photos. Like, of course, I'm going to be showing you the Spotify Wrapped, but also because I've been working on stuff for the future, and let me see where it is. Okay, I have to. Yeah, wait a second. I'm going. You know what? While I organize everything I need to show you the Spotify Wrapped, I'm going to be talking to you about things I have been doing. So, again, as I said, also, if you can hear all of the bells outside, it's, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like a saint of sorts happening here in Spain, the Immaculada Concepcion, something like that. And the church has been like ringing the bell all day, so excuse me for that. So yeah, as I was saying, I have been working on music, on stuff for the Supers era that you will see in the future. You will see actually next year, and it's really exciting. Also, I have launched a newsletter, and starting next year, I will be sending you emails with like behind the scenes stuff, updates on life, and everything. So, also, if anybody here is from Bulgaria, I need you to tell me stuff because update. I'm a student. I'm a higher level training cycle. I think that's how you say it. A student. And I'm enrolled in this thing called Erasmus Plus, which is like a internship program that you go outside of your country of residence to study and everything. No, actually, my case is like do practices and stuff. And the offer that I have is Bulgaria, and I'm like, okay, never been there. I'm not really highly interested in that, but you can explore Bulgaria. But I'm like, kind of scared because I have Googled about Bulgaria, and it's like it's not so LGBT friendly, and I'm like, I'm scared, honestly. And yeah, I really just I don't know. So I'm still like finding all of the Spotify Wrapped thingies. I should have done this earlier, I know, but the thing is I have a folder in my phone, in my gallery, like in the local files, and not and something I could show you here. So, okay, I just need 2 more. So let me go ahead and I need 3 more. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. upload your photos, upload. So yeah, that has been my life recently. Also, a couple of weeks ago, I finally bought Christmas gifts for my family and stuff, and it's been really, really, really cool as well. So, okay, I'm a little stupid. You know why? Because I could just open Spotify and show you all my raps from this year. Anyway, so yeah, what I will show you in pictures is the wrapped from previous years that we can do. And sorry for like taking so long for this, but let me, okay. And if you can type in how you're doing and stuff, please do so we can have a little chat here. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna just put stuff in the Google Photos thingy. Now let's see. Sorry if this is boring for you all yet, but yeah. I'm still finding this stuff and should have done it earlier, but just excuse me. Yeah. And thank you if you were here, or if you came ever here. Okay. So okay, now you just need okay, so I'm gonna do one thing. Sorry for taking so long. I've been here for 15 minutes and yeah, this should have started sooner, but anyway, I'm gonna send these to by email and show them to you here. Yeah, that will do. Let's go. So, first, I just sent myself by email 2 pictures, one being the back from 2019, so we will start there. And oh, I almost hit my nail, which I did like in 3 colors. Do you like them? So yeah. Let me go into my email. It should be here. But sometimes the Google Mail app just takes so long to work as it should. They should even send an email, you know? Like it's like you need to go into the app for it to send an email, and it should be a million years in the outbox. It's crazy. But yeah, my God, okay. I have a normal here. Thankfully, okay. So, yeah, I can show you from here. So let's start with the Spotify grabbed stream. Finally. Okay, so this is grabbed from 2019. Okay, now I think you can see. Yeah, that one is. So let's explain. So first of all, it is in Spanish because hello, I'm Spanish, and at that time, also it was really early in the morning and only had 2% of battery, but yeah. So let me put the phone here. Yeah. So I was like a little out because I'm scared of the stream being cut, but and if you haven't followed me, you know why. But anyway, so it's in Spanish because at the time I had Spotify in Spanish. So as you can see here, my top artists were Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, Sabrina Carpenter, and Sarah Larson. And then my most played songs were All the Time by Sarah Larson, Never Really Over by Katy Perry, What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift, Needs to Come Down by Taylor Swift, and Into You by Ariana Grande. I had 879 minutes listened, and my most listened to genre was pop. So 2019, my god, that year, I have been thinking about that year recently for a little while, and that year in my life I think was one of the most canonic years ever in my life. Like almost everything that happened that year was a canonic event. Canon? I think it's a canon. Sorry, I'm Spanish. Hello, and Spanish is to say canonical, but that was one of the most canon years of my life. And yeah, almost everything that happened that year was a canon event. And yeah, my most listened to artist was Taylor because this was the year that I became a Swiftie. And I posted about, I don't know why I did this, but and I posted about it on Twitter. You know, that I became a Swiftie during the Lover era, during the Me era, and it's cool how at that time I was 16. I literally turned 16 the day before Me came out. And All of the Girls You Loved Before, one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever, she mentions the age of 16. And that was a song that was supposed to be on Lover album that came out when I was 16. So I don't know, it's like, it's, yeah, canon. It's canon. I think I was meant to really like that song. My gosh, when All of the Girls was released, like on March 17th of this year, I remember listening to, I think there was like new Meghan Trainor music, new Sabrina, Jimin, and Taylor. And Taylor's song was the one I listened to the most. I mean, she released 4 that day, but I listened to a lot to All of the Girls You Loved Before. So much. Woo! I love that song really, really much. So, really much. So, I keep doing this, I don't know why, but sorry. So yeah, I became a Swiftie that year, and that's the reason I believe it's the most listened to artist of 2019. Then Ariana, listen, I became an Ariana fan on 2018 during the Sweetener era. You know, I saw that she came out with No Tears Left to Cry, and I hopped on the train of being an Arianator. And during 2019, I still was and I still am. But I lived the entire iconic Think You Next era. You know, of course, Into You was going to be there. I remember so vividly dancing to that song in my room, pretending like I had, with like, when you walk in, pretending you have heels on. I literally did that for like years, dancing in my room. And yeah, that was song I listen to a lot. Also, Be Alright. Me pretending to slay that choreo. Yeah. Iconic. And then, of course, Miss Katy Perry. You will see a lot of Katy Perry in the next picture. And I became a Katy Perry fan during the Witness era. Crazy, I know. Like, a lot of people like ditched her, and I was like, hey, how are you? I just became a fan. And it was actually with Change the Rhythm. Like, I listened to the song and I was like, I like this, and I followed her on YouTube and Twitter. She was actually one of the first people I followed on Twitter, on my first Twitter account ever. And I was gonna say something else. I'm looking at myself here in the mirror. I have it here. But yeah, Never Really Over. It came out and I was like, iconic song. Please start the KB5 era, and it didn't start at that time. It started later. But I'm so thankful it didn't start at that time, because I really needed a Smile album in 2020, and I'm going to be telling you in just a few minutes. And then Sabrina, listen, I have been on the Sabrina Carpenter train ever since 2017. And let me put this mirror here because it's a little distracting, but when people say like she's a new artist, like a new girl, no, she has been here. She has been here for a while. I haven't listened to her music for a while. And Singular, Act 1, Act 2, Evolution is a masterpiece in pop production, and Eyes Wide Open has a couple of cute songs. If you're like into Disney-ish, like guitar-y ballads, you will really like that album. But she has been here for a while, and she has been doing movies and a lot of stuff before Nonsense and before Driver's License. I know it's not her song, but you know the drama, right? And regarding that drama, I am team please stop pitting women against each other and creating drama out of nowhere. Please. Like, this whole like she stole her boyfriend. Are we in 2009? Are we calling straight guys a shower metrosexual? No. So please don't pit women against each other, please. And for a man, I'm not shading him, but I'm like, are we really going to, put a woman through hell for a man? You know what I mean? Like, it's not saying like, oh man, that shit, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that a woman can be successful on her own, and if two women have a problem, it doesn't have to be because of a man. You know what I mean? Like, women are so much more than just a man, But anyway, let's keep talking about this. So, then, Zara Larsson. I love her so much. She's so funny. She makes really good music. I mean, it's maybe a ver than the Spanish suddenly, but she's not the type of artist that you will like if you're like more into the Evermore, Folklore, Taylor or Phoebe Bridgers, for example. But if you're into like simplistic little pop songs, or like pop ballads and just pop perfection, that's what you will get from Zara all the time. This song that you can see here, I was actually listening to music earlier while getting ready for the stream, and that song, it's so good. It has aged a little, not because of the song, but because of the amount of times I have played this song. It's, again, one of my most listened to songs ever. I don't have like the minutes here or anything, but I believe it's one of my most played songs ever. I actually have the stats account thingy, but the account that I listened to music and stuff that I used for the 2020 Wrapped and On it's not the same as this one, so the stats from this year I no longer have them. But yeah, this is 2019 Spotify Wrapped. I mean, of course, what you made me do when you need to come down. I'm making most of that year, and the thing is, I listened to the entirety of Reputation. I believe it was like in July or August of 2019. I listened to it before Lover, I remember. And gosh, there's so many memories in 2019. Gosh, my God, I could be talking hours about that year and about things that happened that year as well. And I don't know, but yeah, I really was like pretending to be performing Look What You Made Me Do in my room. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I could say, but I have some, I don't know, it's weird because I have nostalgia for a year that a lot of stuff happened in my life, and at the time I was like, what's going on? I can't understand. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know, just the aesthetic and the vibe, and you know, if you haven't followed me and you have listened to my album, which is called Suppressed, and it's out everywhere. If you have seen like the visualizers and all of the aesthetics of the era, I really tried to emulate all of these years that I was making the album. I keep confusing the past, present, and the present simple that. Anyway, yeah, I really tried to emulate and like incorporate those vibes and stuff. And 2018 was like really influential in what I talk about in the album. So yeah, this is 2018 Wrapped. I'm thinking that maybe in the future I will do like a stream talking about my life in general, like each year, and how I, the nostalgia of each year and stuff. I know it sounds like what you're talking about, but yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. So, let me get the picture for the 2020 Wrapped ready, and yeah, here we go. So, whew, okay, 2020, the year that it was. Listen, I don't hate it, but it was like a really sad year for me and for a lot of people in the world. It was a sad year, and music was one of the primary things that I clung onto during that year, and I think that a lot of people did. And I think you can see a difference with the minutes. Like I have it here. I have it here. Yeah. Yeah, 8,000, and the following year it was like double. And the top songs and top artists, let's name them, and then we talk about each one of them. Top artists: Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga, and Ava Max. And top songs, for me, of course, surprise. It's not a surprise. Daisies, Smile, Nothing of the World, and Cry About It Later. Minutes listened: 17,541 minutes, and top genre pop. So you can see here that I have it on English because in that year I started having like my tablet because I didn't have a phone at the time, and everything, like all of my accounts and everything, I started to have that in English, and of course my Spotify as well. So, gosh, Katy Perry and her having 4 songs in the top 10, top 5 top songs of 2020. That year I was like really depressed. It's not like a doctor told me like we're depressed, but it was really obvious, and I was really miserable. And the Smile era was one of the few things that made me want to, get up in the morning, let's say it that way. And because I was really excited, I have been waiting for a Katy Perry album for a long time. And I mean, when I said before that it was that KP5 Smile was released at the time that it needed to be released, I'm not joking. I'm telling the truth. Like, I really needed that type of album at that time. And listen, me being here, of course, no surprise. I'm, you know, I'm, you know, you know. But I remember listening to Chromatica a lot while I was like having an idea for a book or like a movie of sorts, that maybe someday when I have the possibility of making a movie or a book like in a physical format, maybe it will see the light of day. But now I cannot listen to 40 Woman without thinking of Seattle. I just can't. Like, I listen to 40 Woman and I imagine the millions of streets. I don't know if millions, but like a lot of streets that I saw on Google Maps from Seattle to like locate places where the characters will live and everything. So there you have it. And same with Fun Tonight. I maybe not so much with that song, but there are some songs from Chromatica that I can listen to without thinking of Seattle, because I was like doing research for this idea for this movie or book while I was listening to Chromatica. And yeah, that's the reason like Katy Perry and Lady Gaga are an entire top songs of that year. And then Taylor, of course, I never stopped listening to her. And the thing is that in 2019, my favorite album, if you asked me what's your favorite Taylor Swift album, I would say Reputation, of course. But in 2020, I started getting more into Lover, but still my favorite album was Reputation. But yeah, I was listening to her. And a memory I have from that year, I have two, from Folklore and Evermore. So Folklore, when it came out, I was like shocked, I don't know. But at the same time, I was like, is this gonna be like folk? Because I'm not so much into it. And I was like already like really hyped for Smile. And I was like, of course I love Taylor, but I don't know if I'm gonna be really into this. But when I listened to Folklore for the first time, I was interrupted so many times because I had to do this house chord and do this and do that, and I could never sit like, let me sit down, listen to Folklore. But then when I finally could, I was like, okay, I thought that I could really like this, but I do. And it's not my favorite Taylor Swift album, but it's really good, and I can really see why a lot of people have it as their favorite. And if you ask me my favorite songs for Folklore, I could say Peace, Hoax, Cardigan, Epiphany. And I have like a albums wall here, and I'm looking at Folklore thinking, yeah, I mean, Beast, Hoax, Epiphany, Cardigan, maybe the one that will be my top 5, but it can always change, of course. And then with Evermore, I have a much better memory. I mean, not that the Folklore one was like so bad, but you know what I mean. I remember I was like baking cookies during Christmas time, because when it came out, I was like, oh, I have to go to class, and I don't know if I can listen to it now. I will listen to it tomorrow. And yeah, I remember I was like making cookies for Christmas, and I pressed play, and I listened to the entirety of the album while baking cookies, and I was like, this is really cool, so vibey. And now, because of the song Evermore, because I really love that song, it's my favorite Taylor Swift collaboration, my favorite song from Evermore. It's my top 5 album. Yeah, I have revealed my top Taylor Swift albums on TikTok a while ago, and if in case you want to know, it's from bottom to top. Could be Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, then Folklore, Red, Evermore, 1989, Reputation, Midnights, and Lover. I know that Folklore and Speak Now stands are like, bitch, what? I have a friend who is like Speak Now and Folklore stan, who does not agree with my Taylor Swift opinions, like in terms of like tops and everything. So Anyway, and then Selena Gomez and Ava Max. Listen, I became an Ava Max stan in 2020 because I was like listening to music on Spotify and Torn just played randomly. And I was like, what iconic song this is? And then I listened to Kings and Queens on YouTube. I'm like, I'm a fan. And now I can listen to Torn without really thinking of 2020. But in that period of time, I could only relate Torn to the music video, to Fiat that appeared on the music video, and to Quarantine. Was like one of my quarantine songs alongside, in 2020, as you can see, and I'm going to be doing a spoiler right now. 2020 is still the year that I listen to music the most on Spotify. Because I discovered like a lot of music that year. A lot. Like there's a song called Inside Your Eyes. I have those songs in my all-time favorite playlist. Inside Your Eyes, but honestly, Synth Pop Perfection, Better Days by Chris Collins and Discreet, Perfection 2, I Wonder by Bay Ledges, I think that's how we say it. And I mean, there's also another song called Buried Alive by UFO, which I discovered in really late 2021, but that's another story. So yeah, I listened to a lot of Ava Max in 2020 as well because she released her album Heaven and Hell, which was one of the first albums I was like, there's not a single skip. And Selena Gomez, of course, she released Rare, and I listened to a lot of music from Rare. And one thing I have to say, another memory, when she released Lose You Love Me, I remember I first listened to it sitting down on one of the benches that I have in my living room in La Palma, because right now I'm in Tenerife, and I was like sitting down watching it in my tablet, and I was like, gosh, if only I had this song earlier this year in 2019, some stuff would have been different. Like I could have moved on from stuff that I talk about in my debut album, which got suppressed and it's out now. Like I was at that time, I was like, I could have moved on from that sooner, or have a different perspective on how to move on from this. But yeah, this is my 2020 top songs and top artists and Spotify Wrapped in general. So now let's talk about 2021, and that picture, I actually have it on my Google Photos. So let me like open the app again and see where all of that is. I think I need to close the app and open it again. There we go. 2021. Here we go. Let's see if it works, because it said like it may not work properly. There we go. So my top songs and artists and minutes in 2021. Okay, so Katy Perry, BTS, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, and Demi Lovato, top artists. Then songs Somebody to Tell Me, Lazy Baby, Butter, Grab It Later, and FFF. Minutes listened 2,885 minutes, and top genre dance pop. So, explanation. The top minutes listened, I know it's like really low in comparison to the previous year and in comparison to later years. But the thing is that I had my first phone with a phone number, this one, in July of 2021. So the first half of the year, I listened to music on Spotify, like on a tablet, and I had Spotify free. Spotify free on a tablet and a computer, like online or the desktop app. You can listen to anything, but you have ads, and you cannot skip more than 6 songs an hour. But Spotify free on the phone is not it. Like, you cannot play anything that you want besides playlists. And during that summer, I listened to music that I had downloaded on my phone, and from September and on, I always listened to playlists. And that's one of the reasons why BTS is so high up here, not only because I became ARMY that year, but also because I remember going to the gym when I used to go to the gym. And I put on like a BTS playlist. And I could be listening to songs like Butterfly while working out. It made no sense, but again, like you couldn't really skip songs, well, a lot of songs, and maybe you were stuck with a ballad while working out. But anyway, and then Demi Lovato is so high up there because that year she uses she/they pronouns, so I'm gonna be using both. She released their album Dancing with the Devil, the art of starting over. So there's a couple of songs on the album that I really like Carefully, Chef Kiss of a song. And my top songs here. So there's an explanation for each and one of them. So Private It Later, obsessed with it ever since 2020, obsessed with it. FFF is a song from Sarah Larson because that year she released her album Poster Girl, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. The song Poster Girl, you will see in 2022, the rap of that year, you will see how much I like that song. And then Lazy Baby is a song by Dove Cameron, which is not available anymore everywhere, but it was like a new disco type of song. Became obsessed with it because I love that sound. Butter, hello BTS, we stand BTS in this house. And somebody to tell me is the theme song from Love Victor. I said Victor. Victor. So the thing is that year, in February, I think it was like late January, early February, I watched the first season of Love Victor on YouTube. Listen, I didn't have Disney or Hulu at the time, and it wasn't like available in Spain, so I was like, I want to watch it. It's on YouTube, and sorry to the distributors and to the people who made the show and need to be paid, but it wasn't available in Spain at that time. So that was the time that I figured out that I'm gay, and I became obsessed with the song, basically. And it's a bop, honestly. The action is on point. It's a fun bop. It's really cool, like show theme. So yeah, this is my top songs 2021. It really doesn't represent a lot the year. The top artists, I think they do, but yeah, it's of course kind of like half of the year in a way is missing. So of course it's not really represented. So now I'm going to be showing you the 2022 Wrapped. Yeah, let's put that on. Yeah, because I also have some pictures here from the Wrapped of 2021. It's like 2 minutes listened, top songs, and the audio aura. Listen, what a second, let me show you. I think you can, yeah. This is from 2021. It's like top music moods are confident and empowering. And then let me see if there's any more on here. And I'm like switching because I don't want to like spoil from this one from 2022 before I reveal it in like a couple of seconds. Yeah, this is from 2021 as well. This is like if it was a movie, my year. The opening theme, of course, the dance off, and the biggest king of my heart by Taylor Swift. That is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever. One of my favorites from Reputation, alongside Dancing with Our Inside and So It Goes. And let me see if I have more stuff from like the rest of 2021. I don't think I do. Yeah, this is from like minutes listened from Katy Perry that year. Like really low in comparison with other artists other years. So yeah, the most played song was right later. And now I think we can jump to 2022. Yeah, this is the one. I think this one has, yeah, because I have two pictures of it for some reason. So this is my Wrapped from 2022. So the top artists are Sarah Larson, Taylor Swift, BTS, Sabrina Carpenter, and Katy Perry. And the top songs are Poster Girl, Tornado Warnings, Don't Wanna Leave You Now, Easier, Sieve Remix, and You Need to Calm Down. Minutes listened, 11,895 minutes, and top genre pop. Well, I know there's like a really bunch of random songs in the top songs, but in a good time, like a good bunch of like time, I don't have to say it, but like I could say at least the first, not the first, but like I could say like in April, May, and June of 2021, I was like listening to a lot of music that I wanted to, that I wanted to press to my album, my debut album, to sound like. I was like, I wanted to sound like something that you can hear in a clothing store, and I was like doing research, and Easier, this remix was one of these songs that I was like listening to a lot to get inspired by it. So that's why it is there. I know it's like so random to have a random remix from a 2018 song in the top songs of the year. But let's come on the first top artist, so Sarah Larson. As I said before, Poster Girl, one of my favorite albums of all time, but I didn't realize that until 2022. Because in May of 2022, I went to IKEA to buy things for myself for the first time ever. And of course, she has this live stream she did, really, really good, with IKEA, like a concert of sorts. No, not of sorts, a concert. It was really cool. A lot of people loved it and love it still, including me. And of course, Will forever love it. It's so good, so good. Check it out if you haven't checked it out, and if you want to, it's really good. I promise. Like it's really, really good. So entertaining. These sets are incredible. The light and the sound, incredible. So yeah, of course, I was like, Poster Girl, the IKEA song, and I listened to it a lot of times when I went to IKEA. Because I went how many times? I think like 5 or 6 times. Because I went to the store and bought things in store 2 different days. And the other style was like, I will order it online and go to pick it up. And there was this one day I went to pick up like this. I'm gonna show you. This here. I remember I was like, I I took a tram. I think it was like after class, I think. Took a tram and went to IKEA walking from one of the tram stops to IKEA walking to pick this up. Oh my god. That's how serious it was. So yeah, I went to IKEA those many times to pick stuff like that up, and I listened to a lot of Also Girl. But that song was like, oh, we're going to IKEA, the IKEA song. And of course Taylor Swift and 2022, of course because of Midnight, but also because that was a year that I was like, okay, Lover is my favorite album by Taylor Swift, okay. And BTS, of course. In this house we love BTS, and we love them, of course. Then Sabrina, see how Tornado Warns is so high, I'm gonna be telling you why. And Katy Perry, because I still am a Katy Perry fan. And of course listen to a lot of Smile of that year. And have a story for you. There's a lot of stories right now. But in March of 2022, I was also February of 2022, I started going to this bar where they had like an open mic. I remember somebody that I used to talk with at the time invited me to go to this bar with his friends, and I was like, yeah, cool, that sounds like a cool plan. At the time I didn't really leave the house so much, and I was like, yeah, let's hang out. There's like one of these tiny flies in here. Anyway, but I was saying that yeah, I went to this bar with him and his friends, and it was an open mic. I was like, at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna sing, but I was like, sing, bitch, sing. And I remember I sang a little bit of Together, one of my songs that I had at the time. And then the following weeks, the week after that, I performed Lover and by Taylor Swift and All the Time by Sarah Larson. Then the following week, it was Afterglow by Taylor Swift. And I remember that day, I left the bar so sad because I felt so ignored, and I went there alone. And I saw everybody with their friends and a group of people, and I was like sitting in a bar stool alone, and watching other people perform was like really cool, and seeing other artists. And I'm the type of person and type of artist that if I'm seeing you perform, I'm going to be, and I really like what you do, I'm gonna be approaching you later and say, hey, nice to meet you, like I really loved your performance, and do you have any social media or any music out? Like, I am supportive like that. But a lot of people didn't really give that energy back, and I was like, okay, next week is my last straw at that part. Like, if it doesn't go good, I don't think I will be coming back. And that day, it was really late at night. It was like probably like around 11 p.m. I came back home, listened to a lot of songs from Smile by Katy Perry. I was like, quite a bit later, Teary Eyes, Daisy's Not End of the World, and then Smile. And that thing of listening to those songs, I think it was in that order, was a thing that I used to do ever since 2020. When I was like sad for whatever reason, I would like listen to those songs in that order, and I would like feel better afterwards, because again, that album is so therapeutic for me, and that's one of the reasons why Katy Perry is here. And the last day I went to that bar, I think I'm going to go in soon or soon-ish, or sometime later in my life. I think I will go. But the last day I went there, I met two people that I really love, and I was like blown away by their performance. They are a duo from Vienna in Austria, but they're living right now here in Tenerife, and they are called Beach Tinted, and they are not only really talented and really cool, just really cool guys, but they're also really nice. And I remember they were the ones that actually related to Sarah Larson in the summer of that year, 2022. I was supposed to record vocals for my album. I was vocals for Suppressed that summer with somebody, but that somebody couldn't help me. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the money that I was going to pay him with, and I'm going to be funding my own home studio. And it was like a little scary at first because I was like, what if I don't have the quality that I want to have? But I was like, you know what? Let go of perfection. You can do it. And I texted Bitch Tinted, and I was like, I'm going to be buying stuff from my home studio. Which mic could you recommend me? And I sent them because I think it was Emil, one of the guys who talked to me at the moment, and he told me if I could send him a song that I would like my vocals to sound like in, and I sent him Poster Girl by Sarah Larson. And then he recommended me I think it's called, because I have the Rode NT2A, he recommended me the NT1A, and when I ordered it at that time from Amazon, I was like, oh my god, I have the wrong mic, or I ordered the wrong one, but it still works. This one apparently works more for vocals and stuff, but both are really, really good, and they are really cool. And I really, I don't know, I think it was some sort of like canon event that I was like, yeah, this is the last time I'm going to this bar. And because I talked to Emil after their performance, I was like, you guys are really, really cool, and he asked me about my music and stuff, and that day I performed Love Story by Taylor Swift and Firework by Katy Perry, and they really loved my performance. I introduced the songs in Spanish for the rest of the people and in English for them, and I don't know, it was really, really cool. And I don't know, I really appreciate them. And if you like indie rock, indie pop music, I think you will really like them. They have a song that's really popular called Not Alone. The lyrics are really descriptive for the most part. Really descriptive. The guitars in that song, really cool. Just and when the bass and the drums come in, yeah. So back to Spotify Wrapped. Poster Girl is number one song for what I talked about earlier because of the IKEA trips and because it's really good. Tornado Warnings is number 2. Gosh, that song of that year, like mid-July, it was like really sad because I was like, I can't believe I thought that I could record my vocals with this person and he could not help me. What am I gonna do? Am I never going to achieve my goals? Like, what's going on? And there was this one day I went to the gym and I only listened to both Tornado Warnings since I left the house till I came back to the house. Always on repeat. And yeah, the song has some sort of like sadness and some nostalgia maybe, but it's more like some sadness and hopelessness to it. But it's a really, really great song. Like I remember the day when her album came out, I listened to it while taking a walk, and also Hobby's album came out that day. But I was like so like not in the mood that I didn't listen to Hobby's album after a month later. But Jack in the Box, really cool album. I really like Equal Sign. That's my favorite song of the album. I was like, why didn't I listen to it earlier? It was like so short. I could have listened to it like a half hour. But I remember listening to a Jack in the Box while baking cakes for my older brother's birthday. So yeah, me listening to new music while baking, part 2, because it was Evermore in 2020, and then in 2022 Jack in the Box. But yeah, and then before we move on to the 2023 Wrapped, Don't Wanna Leave You Now. It's a song by this artist called Kayleen. I think that's how you say it. She's from Austria as well. And I first discovered her music through an ad in a game back in September of 2021. I was like playing this game that's like consists of cats that live in like in a forest, and they have to do different tasks for their forest to grow. And one of the ads in this game, because hello, mobile game, it's gonna be ads. And one of the ads was this song called Too Good to Not by Kayleen, a song that it's a bop. And I was like, okay, this ad has popped up so many times, let's see what this is about. And then I think it was like, I'm not so sure, but I think it was like around Eurovision 2022 when I like rediscovered this song, Don't Wanna Leave You Now. And I was like obsessed, and I listened to it on repeat so many times. And that's why it's there. And I think there's a couple of things more that I could show you about the Wrapped of 2022. I think they are all like together, like here. Yeah. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So, these were my top genres of 2022. Of course, pop, K-pop, hello, BTS. And then these, I don't know. I mean, I listened to the first Megan Thee Stallion, for example. I really love her. And yeah, these two are also here. And then if we go here, this was like when Spotify did like how your morning, your evening, and your night sound like. So it says, your morning started with spooky angst euphoric. You embrace the night with comforting, hopeless romantic passion. And yeah, this is the top song 2022, 127 times. And this was a day I went to IKEA, I believe. So that you have the reason why. And I played this amount of songs in 2022. And this was like the top song. And yeah, so artist Sarah Larson, this many minutes together. And I think this means that I'm like one of the few thousands that listen to a lot of Sarah Larson. And this is like the kind of like the type of fan that you are. So that year I got the enthusiast, which says you're a super fan when your favorite artist releases new music. You're among the first to know, going above and beyond to show your support. Familiarity, newness, loyalty, and commonality. And this is a topic. I showed you the other picture because this one's like brighter for some reason, but it's okay. And now, after an hour and 4 minutes, my god. I was gonna say madre mia, like in Spanish, like my god. I'm gonna be showing you the Wrapped of 2023. Let's go. I have it on here. Yeah. And this is a Wrapped of 2023. Sorry. Here it is. So, top artist Taylor Swift, Ava Max, Sarah Larson, Katy Perry, and BB Rexha. Top songs: All of the Girls We Loved Before, Diamonds and Dance Floors, Can't Tame Her, In the Dark, and Ghost. Minutes listened, 15,586 minutes, and top genre is pop. Okay, so to artist, Taylor Swift, of course. This year, at least I would say in terms of numbers, has been her best, maybe one of her best years. Then Ava Max, she released her album this year. Also Taylor Swift, I'm gonna be explaining why she may be that out there. Then Sarah Larson, of course, we love her in this house. Katy Perry, I'm surprised she's still up there because, don't get me wrong, I'm still a fan, but she didn't release any music this year, I think. I don't think she released anything this year. So that's weird. I'm craving that album. I'm craving KP6, which I'm hoping is gonna be released next year. Soon, please, Katie, don't make us wait until December of next year. But it's a good time. But we are craving that album, Katie. And then Bibi Rexha, because she also released her album called Bibi this year, and her song Calling Me, I was obsessed with it for 2 months, and then I kept listening to it and stuff. And then the top songs, All of the Girls You Left Before. That song, one of my favorite songs of all time by anybody. My favorite Taylor Swift song, I could say. It is so good. The lyrics, the concept, the production, the vocals, it's really good. I remember the day it came out. First, the day it was announced, I was like, new song from Lover? What is this? Because I didn't listen to the leaks. I saw a couple of things on TikTok and I was like, no, I don't want to listen to leaks. And I knew, listen. I knew ever since 2020, because I was there, and I think it was in March of 2020. It was Taylor's Inner Circle, and there were these two songs, All of the Girls, In Need, and they were described and this is what they're about. But I was like, nah, that's a lie. That's a lie invented by Swifties. There's something I have commented on, but no one has acknowledged it. Do you all remember the Karma website from 2020? Did you all remember that? There was a website that worked and was related to Taylor, that was related to Karma. And then I talk about it to people who really believe in Karma theories now, and maybe they haven't seen my comment or anything, but I'm like, does anybody remember that website? I don't know, it was related to a Man music video wall. But anyway, let's comment on the song. But when it came out, as I think I said before, it came out the same day as Jimin's Set Me Free, and then the deluxe edition of Emo Second Saint and Taking It Back by Sabrina Carpenter and Meghan Trainor, respectively. And I listened to all of those songs. I think I listened to Meghan's album later on the same day, or later on. And I liked Opposite by Sabrina. Love it so much. And the rest of the song as well. Set Me Free, I get it now. At the time I was like, I don't know if it's my favorite song from Jimin. It's not a bad song, but I don't know if it's what I was expecting or my favorite song from him. And then a week later he was like, you want something different? I'm gonna serve you with Gracie. And I was like, yes, bestie. That song, I'm surprised it's not on the top 5. But I have to play this here on my phone. And I can tell you, and I can promise you, because for real, it's in my I have it here. Wait a second. It's my number 7. BTS 7. I don't know if you can see it, but I can show it on social media if you want me to. So, all of the girls, diamonds and dance floors can tame her. In the dark, yeah, I was listening to this song. In the dark, Ghost, Crazy by One Ho, which I started listening to in October, like 2 days or 3 days before 1989 TV came out. That's how much I've listened to that song. It's really good. And then number 7, Like Crazy by Jimin. Number 7, BTS's 7. And then number 8 is Bejeweled. Number 9 is Columbia by BB Rexha. And number 10 is Hold Up Wait a Minute by Ava Max. And then the English version, which I thought, I thought that the English version could surpass the OG, because a lot of times I listened to Like Crazy, I was like, pretend to be performing the song, and I was like, let me play a song that I can actually sing, because the Korean version, I don't know Korean, and it will be really hard for me, but I want to learn it though. It's a really interesting language. So yeah, but no, the OG version, the Korean version, is the one that I listened to the most. Both versions are really cool though, so I couldn't care so much. But yeah, it's number 7. Wow. So that's the story of all of the girls not before, which I also have to say, there's so many Taylor Swift songs, but especially that one, that I can listen to and imagine a person, a routine of their lives, how their house looks, what they do in their day. And for me, this song is so like, it's 2 vibes. One of them is like a girl who is in uni or college, however you call it, who lives in a really nice apartment, but it's not so big, who has a really nice boyfriend, hair favorite color is pink, and she's really stylish. That's what I picture with the song. And I also picture that this song is sung by a gay guy, and he's singing it to a bi guy who has only been with girls before. Do you see the vision? Because like I do. Both of those really work with this song. You know? I mean, I can also be, between 2 lesbians, or but it works. And for me, it's so like a gay guy singing it to a bi guy who has only been with girls before. I don't know. But of course, it can also be from anybody to anybody, but that song is really beautiful. So then, there's 3 songs from Diamonds and Dance Floors, In the Dark, and Ghost. Those 3 are by Ava Max. Woo! That album was so worth the wait. So worth the wait. And I really couldn't have, I really cannot imagine how it could have been if the album was released when it was intended to be released, which was like October of 2022. Because the vibe is just too much, because the last 4 months of 2022 are so much for me. There's so much of a grayish white rain, like a cool breeze, not like a cold one, but like a cool. So midnights too. I really cannot imagine listening for the first time to an album like Diamonds and Dance Floors at that time. So that album is really, 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 really good. Really, really good. And yeah, I really love those songs. I'm one of the few stands of In the Dark, but I'm happy to be one. And then, Can't Take My Breath Away. When I first heard it, I was like, this is my shit. I love this. Iconic. Bop. And I'm waiting for her album, which is going to be released sometime in February. I think it's February 11th, I think. No, 9th, I think. Right? Anyway, but it's coming soon, and I'm really excited. She's gonna serve so hard. So yeah, that's it for the Spotify Wrapped. I think I have a couple more pictures from the 2021 Wrapped, but it is stuff that you have listened to, I have seen before. So let's start with this. Yeah, the minutes I listened to the dub song, 20 streams. See what I said? Like, it didn't really, like, I don't have all the stats to really represent 2021 and in here. Like, this is so low in comparison to other years. My top songs, this one I showed you earlier, the top artists that I think I also showed you earlier, top artists here, they look so good in here. And yeah, the one that I already showed you, like, this is all of it, like, but I was like, no, showing you different pictures and stuff. But yeah, so now I wasn't thinking of talking about like my Spotify Wrapped as an artist because I already posted about it, but we can talk a little bit about it. I just have to go here on my Instagram and just open the post that I did and just talk about it. And yeah, so here it is. Let's there we go. I think you can see it. Yes, there we go. So I posted this one first because it matches more with the aesthetic of my Instagram, but I had 127 new listeners, 139 saves, 20 playlists, 131 listeners, 665 streams, 131 listeners, 20 hours of people listening to my music in 17 countries. And if anybody is watching right now, or if anybody is watching on YouTube and supports my music, or is just starting to support my music, I'm sorry, I've been here for an hour. Thank you so much, really. Like, this is what really makes me happy. Not doing numbers especially, but knowing that an album like Expressed especially could help a lot of people go through their hardships in life, or just, my music to make their day someday better, some way better, or just, I don't know. I really love that you enjoy my music, and because a lot of times for me it's hard to acknowledge my own victories and celebrate those. So for you all to, enjoy my music, and I don't know, it's really cool. So thank you so much. I hope that you stay here with me next year, because this is the last stream of this year, and I'm gonna be posting a post on Instagram on the 31st of this month in December, just talking about things of this year. But now that we're here, so you've seen it, and thank you so much for the support. And what I said here is absolutely really true, which says thank you so much for this exciting 2023. I hope to see you all here in 2024. But talking about this year, I have been working a lot this year. Not only the first half of the year was more like working on Suppressed, making sure it was ready, and it's true that I'm in a center for distribution in 16th of June and came out on July 7th. And of course I could have made like a longer marketing plan for the pre-album campaign, but I was like, I want the album to be out. Like, I'm tired of waiting. So the first half, it was more like making the album, like finally recording the vocals for the album, producing the songs, and learning so much about production and mixing and mastering in those first 6 months. And then the later half of this year has been more like, now you take the lessons that you learned from what you talk about expressed, and you apply it to your life. Because mental health wise, all of us have our issues and stuff, and sometimes there's days that it's hard to just do anything really. But I have been working a lot, and sometimes it's hard for me to acknowledge the amount of work that I have done this year. And because sometimes I'm like, I really haven't done anything today, or like I really haven't done anything this week. But then I'm like, when you like think about it, like logically, you're like, no, you have streamed this week on Twitch, edited the stream and put it in YouTube, made the music of the stream, the background music. Oh, sorry for my hair, it's like a little. Made the background music, and I moved so we were in here before because I was a little distracted. But yeah, what I was saying, like making the background music for all of these streams myself. I do the music that I listen to in the background of these streams, like the ambient music of sorts. I made it myself. And when I was like busy making the Dispersed Lounge, which is like an event of sorts that I did for my YouTube channel, or preparing releases for the future, and I have been working. And there's some more news about like related to my music and stuff that I want to tell you all through my newsletter. So if you're interested, my website is on my Linktree, which I recently renewed. My website, it has like a revamped. That's a better word. It has like a new look, and it's sort of a portfolio. So you can see what I have released in music, in film, and what I have done in media. So yeah. So if you're interested in the newsletter, just go to my website and subscribe. It's free. And it's really cool, and you will get an email as a thank you for subscribing to the newsletter. I have been here talking for almost an hour and 30 minutes. I thought this was going to be like a short stream, but no. But yeah, what I was saying a little while ago, this year hasn't really like putting the good plans into action and really working. So yeah, I think this is it for the last Twitch stream of this year, 2023. It doesn't really feel real. Like, you know how long I have been waiting for this year to happen, and for like to release the album, and my God, for so long. I know. It's really cool to have been able to achieve my goals and my dreams, and it's really, really cool. So, and now while I looked down here to the floor, but thank you for just being here, really. Like, my streams are not like perfect or so professional, but I have fun doing this, and I hope you do too. So yeah, thank you so much for coming to the stream. YouTube will see the stream on December 22nd. It's a Friday because I usually post the streams that I have done. I will post it on YouTube 2 weeks later, so you see it exclusively on Twitch first, and then you see it on YouTube. Alright. Okay, so I mean, of course the year's still not ended. Like, today is December 8th, but anyway. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, my God. Girl, yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm so thankful that you're here and that you want to be here. And yeah, the live streams vault will, which is like the playlist podcast-ish that I have for all of the streams, and the Twitch live streams will come back in 2024, which is next year. I will let you all know when I start streaming again. So yeah, in closing, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. You can also follow me on social media if you want to. All links are here on my Twitch. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next one. So much love, Jackires.